Hi, this is Coach Concita with Great Shape Fit Club, and today I'm here with Phyllis Thompson, and we are doing a quick little check-in phone call and audio for you guys to also celebrate Phyllis' success. She has been working on her transformation now for about 3 months and making some amazing progress, and definitely has some very, very interesting and helpful nuggets to share with you guys. So she's agreed to an interview. Thank you so much, Phyllis, for joining me today.
You're welcome.
So, Phyllis, can you just give us a little bit of background on you, basically what your goals were when you came to Fit Club, how you came to a place where you wanted to get in better shape and better health, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. Well, my goals when I came to Fit Club were basically weight loss management, being able to effectively and safely lose weight, also putting together a fitness plan to where I can maintain the weight loss, meaning knowing what to do and how to transform my body, meaning muscles, upper and lower, and just learning how to eat properly. As far as what made me do this, unfortunately mine was health reasons. I had plateaued at my largest weight at 257, and my doctor basically told me that I needed to lose weight to maintain my health. So I just realized that, of course my health is important, and I just no longer was happy with my body at the time and the way that it made me feel. I was always tired. I was not motivated, so I just decided it was time for me to do something about it. And I know previously, working with you several years ago, that I had some great outcomes, and I just wanted to come back because I knew that you would be able to provide me with the results that I needed and wanted.
Awesome. Well, that's really amazing that you took that step to do something about it, because a lot of us are told by our doctors that we have to lose weight, and that it's critical, but sometimes hearing that information and taking action on that information isn't always so immediate. So congratulations to you for doing that. So I know, like you said, you were not exactly an exercise novice. You definitely had experience working out prior to coming back to Fit Club, and you had even started to lose some of the weight before you came back. So primarily, what was your form of exercise before you came back?
Primarily, I started running with BGR Denton County, which is Black Girls Run Denton County, and we run every Tuesday, Thursday at 4:30 in the morning. Whether it's walk or running, it's 3 miles, and on Saturdays at 6:45, another 3 miles. So I had started doing that. I also would do like my some daily walks, just low impact walks. Trying to push myself to anywhere between 3 and 6 miles, and I started focusing on cutting out, sugars. It just, one step at a time, because I'm a foodie, so I just had to cut back on some of my sugar intake and some of my bad carb intake.
Okay, awesome. So you were already active, definitely with the cardio prior to coming to Fit Club, and then when you came to Fit Club, we reintroduced weight training. And how was that for you? How did you adjust to that? And what type of results did you see as a result of putting strength training into your routine?
I think I adjusted okay to it. I just had to get used, to the soreness and being able to function and knowing what to do to take care of my body afterwards, which is, proper soaking, the proper foam rolling and stretching, making sure I implemented that on a daily basis, not just after stretching, but even on those days that I was not weight training. I did see in doing the weight training that my body was transforming. I started to see muscle tone, and that really helped push me even more and helped motivate me more to continue to do so, because that is my goal, to basically lose the weight and also tone my muscles.
Okay, awesome. All right, so it sounds like adding weight training, for you helped to kind of make sure that you were not just going to end up being a smaller, squishy version of yourself, but that you were actually going to have the look that you wanted when it was over, when your transformation was done. And obviously it's never over, because we always maintain. I also remember from working with you, it's kind of not to say I kind of know some of these answers, but we talked a little bit about results and about accelerating your results. And one of the biggest conversations we had was the fact that no matter how great your training was and no matter how fit you were getting in the gym, that for weight loss and for lasting weight loss and body transformation, that the nutrition really had to support the goal. So I came over and we did a little pantry raid. Why don't you tell everyone about that experience?
Okay, well, yep, the pantry raid worked out really well, where you came in and you cleared out my pantry as well as my freezer and my refrigerator. You also taught me the label rule, which I'm still implementing to this day, which is the total amount of carbohydrates minus protein minus, I believe, the fat, and as long as it's below 10, then that's food that I should be able to eat. So I've still been maintaining that, and that has really helped me. I mean, though I played sports all through high school and college, my body does have a memory foam, but as you get older, the nutrition is really a big part of you being able to lose weight and maintain that weight loss. And like I said, I am a foodie, so I have cut back, but I haven't cut completely off. Because I still like to enjoy certain foods, but it's all about portion sizes for me and making sure that I'm getting all of those, healthy food groups to help me with the training and the running. And, I still have my, my sweet tooth, but I just don't overindulge as much as I used to.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And so with the pantry raid and everything, it took out all of those bad, fatty foods that I no longer needed, and I've been able to substitute, and I've also been able to cook more for myself, which is healthier than constantly eating out.
Awesome. So with the label rule, so you did mention in the label rule, I just want to cite where I got that from. That is the Metabolic Effect label rule, which actually Dr. J. Teeter created, and that is a way to know when foods are actually packaged foods, what is going to be a food that's going to promote weight loss or that's going to promote weight gain, and it's just carbs minus fiber minus protein, and if it's below 10, then for the most part it's safe. When we did that, what were some of the, we threw away a lot of stuff that day. I wasn't sure that we were going to still be friends when that was over. So what were some of the things that you have purchased to support your goal that ended up being trash at the end of that pantry raid? I think that'd be interesting to share because, marketing is fierce out there, and there's a lot of so-called health food that really doesn't support body transformation. So what were some of the things that we threw away that you just knew were going to stay?
What are some of the things I knew were going to stay that we had to throw out?
Yeah, like some of the things that you just bet were safe, and we threw them out.
Well, yeah, because I even bought, there was some healthy choice meals.
Mm-hmm.
I had several healthy choice meals I had to get rid of that really kind of threw me for a loop because it's healthy choice. They weren't as healthy. I remember those. As far as others, I think a lot of items that had maybe wheat in it. I'm not quite sure, but the one big thing I remember I had several healthy choice meals, like about 5 or 6, and we had to throw all of them out.
Yeah, those healthy choice meals, right? They didn't exactly pass the label rules. That was one of the biggest ones I remember. And then I remember some of the supplements and protein shakes that were full of artificial sweeteners and chemical fillers, and those had to go too.
Yeah.
Awesome. You mentioned something, and I just want to highlight it a little bit more because one of the huge misconceptions among women is that you kind of have to choose, right? You either have a full life, a social life, an active life, or you have a fierce figure. And for a lot of us, we struggle because when we're trying to lose weight, we give up everything, and we don't have a life, and then we're eventually miserable, and we go back to having a life. And a lot of us struggle with having both. And I know you have a very active social life. You have tons of friends. You're always going out. You travel. You live it up, and you're still being successful in this transformation. So can you give us just a little bit more insight into how you manage the two, like how you manage to go to Essence Festival and come back, still fitting your clothes? Like, what is your mindset, I guess, is really what I want to know around that.
I could say my mindset is, like you said, it's all about still being able to live and enjoy yourself, and it's all about portions. Once again, I'm a foodie. I like to eat, but I also made sure that I encompass exercise in my vacation, in my trips. So I did indulge in some items, the different, unfortunately, yes, I did do beignets, I confess. But I didn't overindulge in beignets. I did have some, but in having those, I walked several blocks to get to the beignets, to get to Café du Monde. Then I walked to other locations. And even with my eating, I ate some items that were, within that label realm as well, because I did not want to overindulge in those delights. Because I know, I can tell now, because I have not, I've cut out a lot of sugars, I can tell now a lot of times those things are too sweet. They're not as good to me anymore.
Awesome.
If I overindulge in them. But if you have them every once in a while, when you're out having fun with friends or whatever, or if you just want to just for yourself, you be by yourself, just as long as you take everything in stride and in portions. That's what I was able to do. When I went to Essence, we did a lot of walking. So I had to, you had to hydrate, of course, and that's another thing that I've done. I've encompassed a lot of water, because in drinking the water, I have to keep myself hydrated. It helps me with my energy. It helps me with transitioning my food, everything, and it's helping me with my weight loss management. So I am indulging in a lot of water, indulging in a lot of, even low-impact activities, and also taking in portion sizes. I don't overindulge in those things that I like, but I do indulge in them to satisfy, that craving or that taste that I may have at that time.
Awesome. Well, those are some awesome tips. I'm sure that will be helpful to a lot of ladies. So to date, tell us about your results. How many pounds or how many jean sizes? What have you accomplished with this new approach? And then that'll be all.
Okay. I have, as far as pounds go, to date, I have lost a total of 41 pounds. As far as jean sizes, I've gone down 2 jean sizes. As far as inches, in the different areas that you've measured, I think I've lost anywhere between 4 and 6 inches.
Awesome. Well, that's amazing progress. I mean, and I just trained you today, so I know you haven't stopped. And I want to say congratulations and thanks for sharing your tips with others.
You're most welcome. I want to thank you. This has been a great, I guess you could say, reconstructive weight management program, and I really enjoy it.
Awesome. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.